Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. I hope everybody has had a great week. I apologize that last week we didn't have a video. I was out of town on vacation, visiting my family in Florida. We had a great time, but boy, was it humid, let me tell you. This week's Parsha is Vaera, where we continue the saga of Moses and the Passover story, the story of the exodus of the Jewish people from Egypt. And in particular, in Vaera, we have the occurrence of the 10 plagues, the different miracles and the different occurrences that happened against the Egyptian people in order to turn Pharaoh's heart, in order to agree to finally free the Jewish people. Of course, after the 10 plagues and after he agrees to do that, he ends up changing his mind again, and then chasing after the Jewish people into the Red Sea, and we know what happened from there as well. In the Passover seder, if we look at the Haggadah, there is a section where we have the recitation of the 10 plagues, and there is a custom that while we do that, we take our pinky, we dip it in the cup of wine, and spill a drop of wine for every plague that we recite. There really isn't too many musical settings for that. However, what happens afterwards in the Haggadah is that the rabbis go into a series of discussions about how many plagues were there actually. One rabbi says it was 100,000, another said 10,000, another said a different amount. And this discussion then leads into the very famous liturgical poem and song that we all know and love called Dayenu. Dayenu, because of this section of the Haggadah, is connected to the 10 plagues. And so we all know, of course, the regular tune for Dayenu, which most of us use for all of our seders. Ilu, ilu, hotzianu, Dayenu, etc. However, there's a different version I would like to share with you this week. Many of you might have heard of the infamous cantor Moishe Oysher, who was a Golden Age cantor during the early and mid-20th century. And Moishe Oysher was a bit of a showman and also had a bit of an acting career and a stage career. And he utilized a little bit of that persona in his role as the chazan as well. And Moishe Oysher was known for using popular sounds or jazz sounds from that time period and infusing them into the service and into the chazanut and into the Jewish music, while also still maintaining that traditional paradigm and that traditional frame of Jewish music as well. So this is his version of Dayenu. It is quite peppy. It is quite jumpy. Please enjoy Moishe Oysher's Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Ilo hotzianu mimitzrayim velo asa vahem shvatim, Dayenu, 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 Ilo asa vahem shvatim velo asa be'eloheim, Dayenu, 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 Ilo asa ve'eloheim velo Raglan et bechorehem, Dayenu, 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 Ilo harag bechorechem, velon natan et mamonam, Dayenu, 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 Ya bari 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 bam, jai bari 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 bam bari bam, Dayenu, 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 ya biri 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 bari bam, ya biri 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 bam biri biri bam, Dayenu, 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 ya biri 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 bari bam, ya biri 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 bari biri biri bam, Dayenu, 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 ya biri 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 bari bam, ya biri 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 bari biri biri bam, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilo natan lanu et Shabbat velo keravanu lifnei har Sinai. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilo keravanu lifnei har Sinai velo natan lanu et HaTorah. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilo natan lanu et HaTorah velo iknisanu le'eretz Yisrael. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilo iknisanu le'eretz Yisrael velo vanalo et Beit HaBechira. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to try to use it at your seder, please feel free to do so. Have a good Shabbos. Have a joyous Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom.